Hey y'all. Today, I just want to talk about something like a realization that hit me today, and like just limiting beliefs in my life and how I'm recognizing the ways that they kind of hold me back, but the ways that I let it hold me back. So I just came home from the pool and I need to take these twists out. I'm so sorry, they're so cute. They're so tea for the moment for what it was, but they're getting frizzy, scalp getting itchy. I just need to take these out. But I just want to talk about limiting beliefs. Let's get this first row parted out and like start taking these things down while I talk. Can't wait to have my curls back. I'm literally so excited. Okay. But anyways, so one thing about me that I always tell people is that I can't swim, right? So like I said, we're at the pool today. So it's like, okay, what are you doing at the pool if you can't swim? And I'm in the pool, like, and I realized, like, I can swim. Like, I literally can stay afloat. Like, I can stay afloat. I can go my little distance. And I was trying to, like, float back, like, float. Because my friend taught me how to last summer. And I was remembering how to do it. And I was just like, wait, like, why can't I actually low-key swim? Like, I always go around telling people, like, I can't swim, I can't swim. And every summer, like, on my summer bucket list, I always put, like, learn how to swim this year. This is going to be the year I learn how to swim. This is going to be the year I'm going to learn how to swim. I learn to swim. The whole time I already know how to swim. And even when I was like, okay, I need to learn how to swim, I would always be like, you know, oh, it's going to be so hard. I'm so scared of the water. Like, I'm scared of putting my head under the water. Like, I'm scared of being just submerged, and like, I'm scared of drowning and blah, 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 blah. So I would always kind of let that hold me back and just, you know, be a thing in my mind, like, a limitation that I kind of just made up for myself. Like, I can't do it, it's too much, I'm scared of this, I can't do that, da 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 da. Whole time I can swim for short distances. Am I Michael Phelps? Am I gonna be hitting the lane and the speed swimming? No, but I can do my little 1-2. I can stay afloat. So I just feel like, you know, I want to stop saying things that, like, I feel like I can't do. I can't do this, I'm not good at this, I'm not this. Whole time I am. Whole time I can. You know, I just feel like it really creates that mindset for me that I can't do something, or like there's a genuine, you know, obstacle between me and what I want to be able to do. I just feel like that's not necessarily true. Like, I can do it. I absolutely can, you know? And there's like, I'm just thinking about the other things that I believe in my life that I'm like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but I can. And I just want to stop using language like that, because I feel like it really does, you know, get to you. It really does. After a while, you say it so many times that, like, you start to just believe these things on yourself and create obstacles between you and your goals that aren't actually there. Okay. Why am I getting actually out of breath? Okay, one twist is out. Yes. Free my scalp. Free my scalp. But yeah, that's just one thing that I was thinking about at the pool. Like, honestly, I just connect everything back to like a deeper philosophical like thing. That's just something I was thinking about. Like, wow. Another thing I was thinking about is like just being grateful for everything, and like, you know, having gratitude all the time. And another like thought that kind of hit my mind recently was just like the romance of being alive, and just the romance between me and the universe. I feel like there's always like little things happening, or like, I don't know, I feel like it's like inside jokes between me and the universe. Like, you know, I feel seen and cared for by the powers that be, you know. I can't name it, I can't, you know, necessarily give you examples of it, because it's like in the little things that I feel like it's gonna be like seem crazy if I try to like point it out. But like, you know, I see that, I feel that, like when the wind blows a certain way, or like rustles the leaves, and when I see like the sunshine and like the rays of sun from the clouds, like I feel that love, you know, feel that like dance between, you know, me and the universe, and just that beauty that I get to recognize and witness, and live in. I just think it's beautiful. I think it's so important to like slow down and just recognize those moments, because we live in such a fast-paced world, like, and you know, the system of capitalism that we live under is like go do this, da 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 da. And I just feel like there's so much that's being lost when we just devalue slow and steady living and slow and steady progress in life, you know? Because for real, it's the turtle that won the race. Slow and steady won the race. For real. And like, there's so many things. I saw this like TikTok or something about this girl who was talking about her YouTube channel, and she was like, you have to keep going and grind so hard. Like, my competition was posting 1 video a week, and I was posting 4 videos a week. I was posting every single day. You gotta just go. And it's like, she was talking about how that gets you engagement, how that gets you like subscribers and things like that. But I'm like, there is something to be said about slow and steady progress. Post a week, you're not gonna see the results like this. You're not gonna immediately blow up and immediately be viral, but it's like the slow and steady progress. Like, that's why even people like, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for like so long. Don't mind me and my ex mom. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for like years. Since I feel like every kid has wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I've been wanting to start one since like forever, since like middle school. And I finally did, and I've tried to start them like in the past before, but it's just been like, you know, I always fell off or I never continued posting. Just because it's so much pressure, it feels like, oh, you gotta keep doing this, you gotta keep doing this. And even that girl, she's like, post, you gotta post, keep posting. That's like, it's like, it's okay to slow down. It's okay. You don't have to immediately blow up as soon as you start posting. You don't have to, you know, be the best editor in the whole world. You don't have to, you know, be perfect before you do this, or, you know, stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. It's okay to not be good at first. Let yourself be bad at it and then get better, you know? For real, let yourself be bad at it and then get better. Yeah, honestly, I just, our society's not really accepting. Like, no one wants to be in the learning phase. No one wants to be the page. They want to immediately just be the master, you know? It's like, let yourself be new. Let yourself begin something and be, you know, unskilled, and just let yourself learn. People don't want to learn anymore. They just want to automatically be good. You gotta and that takes time. Learning takes time. And in a fast-paced society where you just want to immediately get the result immediately, it's like people, and including myself, have a hard time with like accepting that things take time. Things take time. Yeah. And even, I'm just talking, but like, even with certain things in life, I recognize that like, I'm okay with certain things taking time, but like not with other things. Like, when I think about, okay, like career-wise, what am I gonna do? I'm like, no, it's gonna take time. I'm gonna have to learn this, and I'm gonna eventually connect with people in the field I want to go into. And like, you know, 4 years for college, and need to take that time and put that energy forth to, you know, complete that goal. And I can accept that that's gonna take a couple of years, you know. But with other things, I'm like, come to college, no, I need to immediately find my friend group. I need to immediately have my best friends. Like, I need to immediately do this. No, it shouldn't take time. It's like, I just have to let go. I feel like it really just boils down to control issues and like things like that, and just like impatience. And I know that. I can see that in myself. It's just like, you know, it's just hard at times. I hope my hair's not too tangled after this. And another thing, like, these are just the things that are on my mind, but just the conversation around like decentering men in your life as a woman, as a young woman, as just a girl. I was just thinking about it like for the past couple days, and like, just, yeah, seeing how much it really is a part of my life. And it's like, dang, like, I really need to, you know, be more intentional about decentering men, like, for real. like, and just valuing my female friendships more, or not valuing them, but just like letting them be enough. Is that, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but like, you know, I feel like as women we're always, well, we've just been culturally conditioned to believe that like we need a man in our life. Or like, I was watching, it's like the little things, like I was watching the show and it was like, I'm watching Girlfriends and I'm at the part where Tony's planning her wedding, and like someone said like, your wedding's just the most important day of your life. What? Why would your wedding be the most important day of your life? Why is, but you wouldn't say that to a man. You wouldn't say the wedding is the most important day of the husband's life. Like, no. Why is your biggest accomplishment marrying a man? Or I even saw this TikTok. This girl was saying like, date to marry. You have to date to marry. And it's like, why is marriage seen as like the end all be all goal of life for women specifically? Because it's not really put on men in the same way. And it's just like, why is that? You don't date to date. You have to date to marry. You have to have a husband. You have to. It's like, pause. You actually don't, because you actually don't. Obviously, that's not only is that heteronormative, but it's just like, why is my whole life have to revolve around getting a man? Why is my wedding the most important day of my life? Now my whole life has to revolve around getting a husband so I can eventually have the most important day of my life, aka the wedding, so I can eventually do the thing that I'm meant to do, have kids, and that'll fulfill my life. It's like, why? Why can't my life be about me? Why does it have to be about finding a man and having kids? Like, you know? I feel like most people would agree with what I'm saying, hopefully. But it's like, people don't live that. Like, they say it, they agree with it in conversation, but I feel like they don't live it out. Ooh. Okay, let me just cut this because it really doesn't even matter. I already messed up the ponytail. But yeah, like, why do you have to date to marry? Why can't you just date to love and be loved and experience, you know, that person and what that person has to offer? And then, you know, not everything has to last forever. Then go each other ways if it ends that way, like, period. I'm not saying don't seek a long-term partnership, but I'm just saying, like, your whole life revolves around that. Like, that is the goal of your life. Your life will never be great until that moment. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Okay, this is just looking crazy, but I think I'll just take it out at this point. But yeah, like, you know, and the girl who said date to marry, like, she's my age. Like, she's like around my age, so it's like, date to marry, girl. Let's say we're 20. You're 20. I get it. Like, at certain points, like, okay, we're just dating. I want long-term commitment and I want like stuff like that, but it's like, honestly, I get that. And I'm not saying you shouldn't want that, but don't let it be the end all be all for everything, you know? Like, marriage isn't everything. What about career goals? What about who you are? Not even career goals. What about your wants in life? You know? Well, you know, I just feel people give up so much of their self and who they individually want to be to fulfill the role that society forces upon them, and they convince themselves that it's their dream when it's really implanted. Oof. I hope this isn't my real hair. I think that's just the braiding hair that I'm ripping. But yeah, like, I just find it sad because people will double down about this whole marriage thing and be like, no, marriage is important. Da, da, da. Of course, I'm not saying it's not important, but it shouldn't be the goal of your life, you know? I feel people will try to hide behind religion and be like, well, it is my goal to do da, da, da. Not really. It's like, okay, but don't act like that it's just a coincidence that it conveniently aligns with the status quo. Like, let's not do that. But I'm never going to talk about someone else's religion, but I'm just saying what people have said to me before when I've had this conversation with others. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I want more for myself. And I see like ways in my own life that I'm like centering men and just like making that more important than everything else. And I have to immediately just stop myself and be like, no, this isn't right. No, this isn't what I want. And it's like, when emotions become involved, it just becomes a lot harder to let go of people and things. But I feel like my love for myself just has to be greater, is greater than my desire to be validated by someone else, or to be, you know, romantically chosen by someone else. You know, like, it has to be greater. You have to, and that's another thing about limiting beliefs. Like, people never want to, you know, let their favorite talking stage go, like, never leave their ex alone. It's like, it's because they have a limiting belief that no one else will, like, all the good parts of the relationship, like, no one else will give that to them. They'll never experience that again, because they believe that what they've experienced is all there ever is and all there ever will be. But that's not true. I always have to remind myself, because even I, like, fall into that thinking, and it's like, I have to remind myself, the universe is infinite. Like, there's so much out in the world. You will experience this again. You will find what you're seeking. You know, you will get what you're looking for. And I believe in God. Like, their power is greater than me helping me in my earthly experience, supporting me in my earthly experience. So I just, you know, it's that helps it, you know, kind of be easier to hold faith. I'm not saying it's not, it's still hard. It's still hard. But, like, it's easier. But yeah. Now back to what I was saying about the female friendships, like, the way romantic relationships are so, like, idolized in women's lives, and the female friendships, because as everyone know, you ask any woman, like, female friendships are so deep and they're so intimate and loving, and, like, y'all really become enmeshed in each other's lives, like best friends, like, know every single detail about each other, cry on each other's shoulder, like, everything, like, literally everything. So, but that isn't seen as the end all be all. Like, at the end of the day, it's a man that's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to you, gonna change your life. Wedding day is the best day of your life. Like, that's always what's gonna be put first, or always gonna be, like, in the back of your mind. I just feel like that's not, when I see that, when I hear that, it's just not right. Like, I never hear it, but I see it, and they never say it, but it's obvious. It's obvious what the, you know, you got to read between the lines and what the intentions behind certain things are. And it's just, yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not what I want for myself when I really think about it. And you have to fight it every single day. It's in everything. It's everywhere. Like, that mindset has invaded our minds. It's internal and external. So it does take, like, effort to go against that. Like, you have to go against the current. You have to actively swim against the current, and it's gonna be harder. And I saw this YouTube video last night when I was, like, supposed to be asleep, but I was, like, binge watching things on YouTube. Like, I feel like I find the best YouTube videos, like, at 1 a.m. when I'm scrolling, like, should be asleep. And there's, like, this video about this girl, or this woman, black woman, and she was, like, in Mexico with her 2 friends. And I don't know anything about her channel. I don't know how long she knows these people, like, anything. But it was, like, this really, like, beautiful video just about female friendships. And she was just, like, they were living in a house together. They were just, like, cooking together. Like, they were living in Mexico. I don't know if it was a vacation or they were living there. But and they were cooking in the kitchen together and just dancing with each other. And they just started bursting out in laughter and just dancing for hours and laughing. And she would talk about writing love letters to each of them. There was the 2 other women, and just how much they filled each other's cups and how much they meant in each other's lives. And, like, she also talked about how they existed in a shared space. You know, like, she said, like, they were Venn diagrams, and their friendship existed in that shared space where they chose to share, you know, their individual worlds with each other, and how much that meant, how much they felt seen and heard, you know, and accepted and loved for who they were. And I'm like, that is what, you know, we are advertised to get out of romantic relationships. But I feel like that same love and that same intimacy, because that's really what it is, it's intimate, you know, that same intimacy you can get from friendships. And I feel like, why is that not recognized and, you know, also advertised in the same amount? You know, because those female friendships, when I think about my own, like, they do really fill my cup. Like, they really mean something to me when I'm sad, when I'm happy. Like, those are the people I want to talk to. Those are the people I want to share those moments with, you know, and that means a lot. That means a lot. And, you know, all the time and effort that I find myself spending thinking about men and thinking about, like, romantic relationships, I really feel like a lot of the things I'm seeking from that can be found in the friendships that I already have. Like, seriously though, and even where it's talking about long-term partnership, like, I see these girls as my long-term partners. Like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, when I see myself grown, you are in my life. Like, when I look to my future, you are there. Like, they are there. I want to grow old with you. Like, I want to, you know, you are my family. Like, you are my family. Like, have a family with you. You are my family. You are my family. So it's like, it's really a lot. Like, you mean a lot. It's a lot for my life. Like, you know. Oh, it's so tangled. But genuinely, you know, I'm not saying, like, never get in a romantic relationship, never do this, never get married. But it's like, do you need it as bad as you think you do? Like, do you need it as bad as you think you do? Because I'm telling you, like, the way it is ingrained in us to champion these relationships and idolize them, like, in, like, high school and middle school, I went to PWI. Like, I feel like I always talk about this. I went to PWI, like, and I was one of, like, ooh, okay. I just ripped my hair. Like, I just need to calm down and get some patience, because I don't want to rip my hair. I don't want to rip my hair apart. Okay. But yeah, I went to PWI and, like, from 6th grade to 12th grade. And as any girl, or anyone, any black person honestly, but any, like, black girl out of PWI would know, like, we are not, like, seen as desirable, okay? And, like, I didn't get any attention, like, romantically ever, for real. I remember there was, like, maybe in, like, 7th or 8th grade, this one boy tried to talk to me, but, like, he was literally talking to every single girl in the grade. Like, literally 1 week it'd be her, then he was trying to talk to her. Like, he was very, like, desperate. But then I was on that long list of girls that he tried to talk to, and I wasn't really into him. But that was, like, that. And then in, like, junior year of high school, there was another guy who liked me. But that was, like, 2 instances in, like, 7 years out of school. So I just feel like I don't know, I don't want to say that I, like, missed out on an experience or that experience, but part of me does feel that way. Like, I'm 19, about to be 20 in October, and it just feels like I have a gap in what, I don't even want to say these words, like, have a gap in what I should have experienced by this point. But it's like, I don't want to see life as a milestones, like, this happened by this age, this happened. Like, genuinely, everybody's life is drastically different, and we shouldn't be like, this happened by this age and because you really never know what God has planned for your life. Like, my life ain't your life. We're not gonna have the same experience. Oh God, this is so knotted on my hair. Like, please, like, baby, this ain't going nowhere. Please. Free my hair strands, Lord. But yeah, so that's been my experience, and it's just like, okay, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, okay, so, and I used to want to experience that so bad, because you might understand, but, like, that's just developmental period when you're seeing especially all these white girls, like, experiencing that and always having a story to tell, to kiki haha, and me having like literally no ability to relate to that. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, it really made me feel bad about myself. It made me see myself differently, like genuinely. It made me see myself so negatively and just be like, have really low self-esteem. Yeah. It really messed in my head. Like, I really was really, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so tangled. It's actually killing me. I'm just gonna leave that, move on to the next piece. Okay, I just ripped it. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna regret that later. It's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's another thing. Can you tell I love to talk? It's about perfectionism. Like, I feel like, even I'm just gonna talk about how like it's affected me, but like, I just feel like I always want it to be perfect. I always need everything to be 100%. And even like with starting a YouTube channel, like eventually like me and my sister wanted to start one together, and like we would record videos like over the years. Like we would always like, okay, we're about to do this, we would record videos and like, oh, but it would never get posted because we wanted to be edited perfectly. We wanted it to be perfect. We needed this to happen, and oh, we need a new editing thing. We need to buy this royalty free music and then do this and then look up how to edit this. It's just like, no, you don't actually need to do that. Like, it's okay if it's not Pixar, Warner Bros level of like professionalism. Like, it's okay. Let yourself be a beginner. Let yourself be new. Let yourself be imperfect. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You know? Yeah, it's okay. Like, we're playing the long game here. Playing the long game. We are playing the long game. Like, when I think about life in general, it's like people be living for 80, 90, even 100 years. Like, that is crazy long amount of time. Like, it's okay to go slow. Like, you have the time. Well, you never know when you're gonna die. But live like you have the time. Live like you have the time. I don't want to be living in a constant state of rushing and just never having a moment's peace, never letting myself, be calm. Never feeling like I can pursue my dreams because it's always gonna be this and then this is gonna happen, and it's just never letting myself rest and just be calm. And it's okay. It's okay. And honestly, part of me is like, oh, this is a privileged mindset to have, because people, I grew up in a family where it was just like, go, you have to get money, have to do this, like, have to pay the bills, of course, and I don't live that experience. So I don't know, part of me is like, I can't fully speak on it, or just like, it feels like that ending and that outcome is inevitable. Like, you're inevitably gonna end up living paycheck to paycheck. You're inevitably gonna end up struggling. It's inevitable. And I don't want to put it on individuals like, yeah, because you made these choices in your life and that's why your life's all messed up. It's like, no, let's not act like the system, capitalism, and the systemic injustices literally put in place to hold you down aren't effective. Like, let's not act like these aren't, tools that are being used against you. Let's not act like that isn't happening, because it certainly is. But of course, I don't know. I have mixed like thoughts about this, or just not fully developed thoughts, I should say, but I'm still gonna say it because it doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be, perfectly thought out thesis, statement, dissertation, okay? Just chatting with the girls. But what was I saying? I just lost my whole train of thought. Oh yeah. But it feels like that ending in life is just inevitable. Like, you know, you can be who you are, you can try to chase your dreams, but inevitably the capitalist machine is going to beat you down. You're going to end up having to work a job that you hate and just, you know, living paycheck to paycheck. And everybody thinks they're going to be different. Everybody thinks they're not going to fall into that system until they do. And I don't know, that kind of mindset kind of makes me sad, because it's like, yeah, like nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that life. No one thinks that's going to be them until it is. But then I also, just to put hope back in the situation, it is beneficial to that capitalist system for you to believe that that outcome is inevitable. It supports that system. You know, it is a product of that capitalist education for you to believe that there's no other outcome, there's no other way, there's no other path. You have to do this, you have to follow to that. That's what kind of re-imbues me with that hope and that faith. It's like, no, that's not inevitable. It's not, you know, unavoidable, because you can beat it. It's beatable. It's a product of that system. It is a thought process of that system to make you believe that it's unbeatable. Like, oh, no matter what you do, you're just always gonna, it's just never gonna end. Like, haha. Like, no, it's not true. That's not true. That's what they want you to believe. But genuinely, that sounds crazy to say, but that is what they want you to believe. Like, and I really have to like remind myself of that, because at times just like, dang, like anything I do, no matter what I do, it's just always gonna end right back at this place. And it's just not true. It's not true. And I refuse to believe it. And another thing about limiting beliefs, I'm sorry, I'm just like jumping back and forth, but just whatever's popping into my head, I'm just gonna talk about. When I like say certain things like, oh, I can't do that, or like, I'm not good at that, or blah, 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 like, it's just really not true. Honestly, I think a reason that I like not only have these limiting beliefs, but just communicate them to others, like, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not good at that, or blah, blah, blah. It's just because I don't think they're gonna like give me space to not be good at something, or be a beginner, or be imperfect. And like, that's why I feel like the need to be like, okay, guys, it's gonna be terrible. Like, low-key, not put myself down before they do, but like, you know, kind of that. And yeah, I think it's that. And I think it's honestly just a reflection of how maybe in certain subconscious ways I'm not giving myself space to be perfect and be a beginner, you know? Yeah, because I find that once I accept myself for certain things, or just the way I am, and then accept that, and like, boom, and that gets to a point where like, I don't care what people think or say about that. Like, if I accept myself for that, for whoever I am, or whatever I'm capable of, it's easier for me to believe that others will too, you know? Because if I can't even do it, it's like, okay, nobody else gonna be able to do it, for sure. But it's not true. I feel like we have to be more gentle and soft with ourselves. Yeah, because sometimes when I'm talking to myself, I be so rude. It's like, okay, pause. I wonder if anyone else ever talked to me the way sometimes I talk to myself, or used to talk to myself. It's like, it wouldn't be a physical altercation, but it would be a problem. It would be an issue, you know? So sometimes I have to catch myself like, oh, don't say that to yourself. Like, don't talk to me like that. Watch that mouth a little bit, because it's like, whoa, be nice to yourself. Because I feel like people be like, oh, I saw this one TikTok even, or be like certain friends, the way like you let certain friends talk to you versus other friends. Like, the video specifically was about like male friends versus female friends, and like a male friend can be like about the guy you're talking to, like, he doesn't like you, you're so like, why are you even talking to him, like, you're so stupid, like, why are you even giving him the time of day, he clearly hates your guts, see how he didn't reflect, stuff like that. And that's just like, oh, that's just how guys talk, oh, he just being real. But if a female friend said that, to another friend, like, it would be a problem. It would be like, one, you're jealous, you're hating, okay? Two, don't ever speak to me like that. But then a man do it. But anyways, that's not a completely relevant example, but you see what I'm saying? Like, just a certain way that you let people talk to you, even yourself. Like, yeah. Because being mean is just not necessary. I don't know. That's just something, I don't know if that's just specific to me. Like, I just feel like that is not the best way of communication. Oh, you just gotta rip the band-aid off, you just gotta be rough, you just gotta be harsh, and like, it's like, no, actually, I don't think that's true. I actually don't think that's true. Yeah. And I honestly used to be like, well, I was told that I was like that. I feel like a lot of things I believe about myself when I was like preteen, early teen, like, it was because it was told, like, oh, Miriam, you're this. Miriam, you're this. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'm this. Like, I'm this now. I felt like I was playing a character a lot of the time. Like, I was like playing a role. It wasn't actually who I was. It was just who I was told to be, the character I was told to play, and I was just like, okay, I guess I'll play it. But yeah. Like, for example, I was one of those people, like, I'm very witty. I'm very, like, quick thinking. So, like, in an argument or, like, having a quickie thing to say, like, that's me. And, you know, I was, of course, as a Black girl, that trait isn't really accepted as, you know, a good thing. So I've always been told, like, oh, that mouth's gonna get you in trouble. Like, oh, you really got a mouth and you gotta watch that mouth. Oh, when you grow up, that mouth is just gonna be a real problem. Da, 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 da. That mouth's gonna get you put behind bars. Da, 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 da. Just like your dad. Da, 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 da. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, no, I have a voice and I'm gonna use it. How about that? Okay. But yeah, I was kind of like that growing up, or like, I was just kind of like that because I'm just funny naturally, right? And I was all told, like, oh, like, you're so, like, mean. Maybe, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I probably was mean. I probably was. Yeah. I claim that, I accept that, you know what I mean? I can recognize my own actions. But, like, it's a difference between being mean in certain instances and being a mean person. That's nothing about labeling children. I don't like that at all. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I was told, like, oh, you just tell people how it is, man. When you tell people like it is, da 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 da, like, you just don't care, like, you have no filter. Da, da, da. I was told that. So I was like, okay, I guess it just felt like it was free reign to just say whatever and try to be funny, try to get a laugh out of people, like, try to be, because that's who I'm supposed to be. You know, apparently that's who you accept me as, or who you see me as, so I'm gonna be that person and lean into that to be accepted. So yeah, I was like, I used to be one of them girls, like, oh, I'm not being mean, I'm just being real. No, you're actually being, like, a horrible person and you're really mean. Like, now, like, when I see people like that, I'm like, oh my god, I hate you. I don't say hate, but it's like, girl, I can't hate you because I used to be you. But it's like, you know, I used to be like that, and it's like, you're performing a character, you're performing a role. Like, you're being a caricature right now. Who's paying you? Who wrote the script? Like, I need to know. But yeah, I used to be like that. And I just realized, I don't know how to get out of that. I don't know, I kind of just was like, one day you just look in the mirror, it's like, what is this costume I have on? Who is this person? And you just slowly change back to who you were always meant to be. Yeah. I don't know, when I think about this, I'm like, I really came a long way. Like, that was one of the few, like, one of the smaller things, but just an example. I feel like I've come such a long way. That's another thing, going back to gratitude that I talked about at the beginning. Like, I feel like I just have so much to be grateful for, and I really recognize that. Like, once again in life, it's always supposed to be like a go, achieve the next thing, do this, be great. Like, of course, be great, like, yes, but it's like, you know, can we recognize our accomplishments now? Can we just, like, love where we are now? We're always being told to, okay, you're here, okay, whatever, go farther, who cares, do more. It's like, I don't know, we never take a moment to just recognize and just appreciate our lives right now. You know, we're always trying to get to the next place and never recognize where you already are. This really looks like my natural hair because I can't even tell where my natural hair is sticking out. Because this looks like my natural hair, but this also looks like, I know my hair ain't this long. Where is it? But yeah. Just wanted to try, guys. I don't know. This hair is probably going to take me another 40 or something like that. I want to keep recording the whole time because I'm already at almost 45 minutes. So this was a fun little chat. Hair is like a little bit less than halfway done, honestly. But yeah, just wanted to chat. Like, I want this channel to be just a place where I could just say anything or just like have these conversations, because I don't know, it's just be on my mind. Like, I definitely look a little bit crazy, but I don't care. But yeah, just a little chat with the girls. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, new videos coming soon, always.